Formal networking focus. Now that we've discussed informal networking in depth, it's time to turn our attention to formal networking. Here are the learning outcomes for this video. By the end of the video, you should 1. Understand what employers expect to get out of formal networking events. 2. Understand event-related constraints. 3. Understand the importance of preparation. And 4. Know a reasonable goal for these types of events. Let's get started. Formal networking events include career fairs, professional association events, trade events, and so on. These are events where employers send representatives to provide information about the company and jobs. Events can be large, especially if they're open to the public, so you can count on there being more job seekers present than employer representatives. Employers have a few expectations for attending formal networking events. First, they expect to talk to a lot of job seekers, so don't be surprised if a representative doesn't speak with you for a very long time. Second, they're forming an impression about each job seeker they meet, so you should expect to be evaluated during your interaction. Third, they want to gather contact information, so don't be surprised if they ask you for your resume. There are constraints on these events that limit the amount of networking time you'll have. First, formal networking events are limited by a strict schedule with a set start and end time. Second, these events can be limited by agenda. For example, the event might include brief employer presentations during which time you'll be listening instead of networking. Third, there's more competition at these events because there are more job seekers than employer representatives. You should prepare before these events to maximize networking time. First, review the list of employers attending the event in advance and rank them based on your interest. Try to network with your top 3 employers on the day of the event. Second, prepare some questions to ask the employer representatives. Third, be prepared to tell each employer why you're interested in them. Fourth, make sure to bring copies of your resume. Fifth, get to the event early so you can get to your top choice employer immediately once the door is open. Sixth, dress professionally. One final note on formal networking events. Sometimes these events can be stressful because there's a lot of people and limited time. One way to reduce this stress is to set a realistic goal that you hope to achieve by attending an event. For me, a realistic goal would be to make at least one connection with an employer of interest, meaning you meet the representative, hand them your resume, and get their contact information. If you can do that, then that's a win. That's the end of this foundational video, but just a reminder that this video is part of a longer playlist. The playlist is in chronological order, meaning videos at the beginning of the playlist cover things that occur at the beginning of a job search and vice versa. If you liked this video, then you should check out the other videos in the playlist. If you thought this video was confusing, then try going backwards in the playlist to learn more about job search up until this point, or even forwards in the playlist to see how things come together. Thanks.